In case you're wondering why, oh yeah, all aboard. But in case you're wondering why the map is open, it's because I needed to show where the farm expansion or the new industry expansion was in relation to everything else. Also, we're going back to Caesar for a moment and review something in Caesar's power. Good, we are still in Caesar. And that is, I needed to look at something, which is, does a fish swarm have a life? And it doesn't tell me. Now we are on Obey era. And I'm going to hit the question. The help text is missing. They don't have it on this. I may have to write one. Production. Ignore climates, the whole 9 yards. I'm beginning to see, by looking at that allowed climates, why they're spawning on ground. And I have a question. Fish pond only happens in these spots. Aha. Well, that's interesting to note. That's interesting to note. We're going to go back to obey era. We're going to obey the era. And go back to me. Well, I've got to figure out how to connect up a better rail system. And that now includes how to get things to each of the communities that I'm being charged with serving. This is going to be a fun and interesting set of sessions tonight and tomorrow. Expanding Worlds will run until Tuesday night. Tuesday night, I will allow, during this period, anybody can comment and trigger a Senate debate in the comments. Feel free, please do. By the way, this is the Expanding Worlds tutorial for Simitrans sessions on how not to game with Kelly Jack, and I am Kelly Jack, the gaming identity, handle, whatever, of the guy behind Dyfed Rex, which is my nom de plume or my writing name when I tried to write. I might try to write again down the road. Who knows? Maybe I'll write things I should have written 20 years ago. 40 years ago. Ooh, that's scary. All right, so the first thing I kind of need to do is to lay a set of tracks to connect up part of my world to part of the world they've given us. And to do that, I'm going to have to take out a section of road, build me a rail line. We're going to do a at-grade crossing. I don't like at-grade or level crossings. They are dangerous. Run this guy this way. And get him over to Appingboro. If I can find any level land to build it through on. Ugh. There we go. Finding it slowly but surely. This is going to require some serious setup. Let's turn on the grid so we can kind of see what we're up against. You can kind of see I got a slope there and an ugly slope here to deal with. How do I want to cut in to take and build my rail? Kind of want to go here, and I also kind of want to build a siding for the town so that we can have passenger service here. So we're going to take all that out. I can afford it for now. It all depends upon what Caesar says. And we're going to kind of do something like this for the siding. Bring him back in. There's an up spot. We'll turn and come this way so that we don't have as much slope all at once. And now we need to figure a way over to here and getting down. That gets us so that we're serving there. And we'll have to do some more groundwork here. To build the passenger siding. And then a little bit more to be able to build the road up and get a road halt that connects to the siding as well. Not worried about how long things are or how crooked they are. It's the early era of steam. The early era is a rather rough and tumble world. And our engine is, while not powerful, at least somewhat functional. There we go. And we're going to do our passenger siding right there. And another one there. And I'm going to take out one of these because I don't foresee a need for the full length right off the bat. Make certain we got our connection. Down the road we'll be able to take and tie into the trout farm here. And the wonderful inky graphics of the fish swarm. Land bass. What did we rule it was? Land trout. There we go. We'll need a passing siding down the road, at least somewhere along here, or at least signals. And for right now, I'm just going to do our signals like this. And down the road, we can build something better. All right. Well, Caesar, we have listened. There we go. Sorry, I'm having a little coffee tonight. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Everything's all connected in, set up. Time to dispatch a passenger train. And maybe, just maybe, try to get a train over here. Do him a little bit long. Get him down and bring him over here. Do a signal here. Passengers kind of go into there at all times. So that's good. And that will allow us to take and run the freight train straight on through. Yes, I could have done a little bit more groundwork and gone this way, and down the road we might. But for right now, we're just trying to get things set up the first way. And easiest way we can. Now, we do have the Borsig available. Borsig is a little bit more powerful and a lot more expensive. And he runs faster, and that's what we're going to use for our passenger cars. On this all-important first round, to get things where we need them to go. All right. And here we're going to do a signal here and a signal there. Actually, we'll do the signal up there. And we'll actually hold this guy back a little bit further. Back over here. There we go. That way it's obvious that the signals are on which path. Okay. And we're going to need a reception yard here to take and accept things for Pine Cross's wholesaler lot. Need a name. What did Caesar decree the name to be? Guys, leave a comment. Let us know what name the new industries, the two timber plantations, the sawmill, and the construction wholesalers' names are. Feel free to be inventive or quirky. And this is going to be our Tri-City South train. Actually, it'd be the South Tri-City train. For now, if you guys got a better name, suggest it in the comments down below the video. I do listen, and I'm willing to take some of those names. South Tri-City would probably, just so that I know where it's at, stay in parentheses or something. kind of want to have a little bit of setup here. Because there's not much going. There we go. Let's go back to that spot. We can convince the Borsig to come out of the box. Here we go. Do this. That'll get him out of the box. There he goes. You can see the steam. Where are you headed, Bubba? Oh yeah, that's the right way. All right. Now we need to get the 2 trains set up for our other one. We're just going to use errands on those. We're going to do an errand that's going to run from here over to here. Fix that brake spot. See the brake right above my thing? My cursor? Right there. Across that. There was a brake. 100% that load. Outborough timber. We'll just call this the Outborough logger because we don't really have that much. Again, feel free to suggest names for lines, guys. Goodness gracious, we've already got 75 lines out there, but some of those are being taken by the competition, who grabbed from 63 through 68. And we're only in what year? 46? Good grief. Also, a small announcement. My charter did state, and I wouldn't take service here unless I could have the right to continue to buy obsolete vehicles. That's right. So we're going to go turn on the power. In settings, under economy, allow buying obsolete vehicles. Basically what I'm saying is sorry about that. Basically what I'm saying is that I will pay full price for used equipment down the road after the errands go initially obsolete until something a little bit more affordable comes along, because there is a period coming up where only the most pricey vehicles are available, and it's a bear to make money. So I'd be keeping them out, so I'd either be stockpiling in advance or being allowed to buy obsoletes that were being sold by other companies. And that's how we're going to read it. All right. That guy's going. That guy's on his way. There he is. One more to take and do. Going to grab another errand. 2 more. And he's going to carry from the sawmill over to here. 100% load to get the planks into Pine Cross. Now we're going to call it what it is. It's a lumber rack. Down the road, we may have to take a deal with mixed freight loads. Locals, mixed locals, also known as a manifest train, where there's multiple types of cargo on one train. All right, I'd say that's enough. This is 20 minutes. We've got the beginnings of the rail. We threw in last episode the first naval ship. We started grabbing turf to connect up everything, and it is time to start building a better, expanding world for us all. As Caesar has us working in this colony, I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.